Muhammad Ali. Legendary heavyweight boxing champion, Muhammad Ali, is a devout Muslim. In a December 2015 statement, he told NBC News, "I am a Muslim and there is nothing Islamic about killing innocent people in Paris, San Bernardino, or anywhere else in the world. True Muslims know that the ruthless violence of so-called Islamic Jihadists goes against the very tenets of our religion. Our political leaders should use their position to bring understanding about the religion of Islam and clarify that these misguided murderers have perverted people's views on what Islam really is." Zayn Malik. Former One Direction singer Zayn Malik is easily one of the most famous Muslims in pop culture today. And unfortunately, his religious identity has been a seemingly constant source of criticism and conflict for the star. In 2012, conservative blogger Debbie Schlissel cautioned parents, "Jihad is sneaking into American girls' favorite pop band." In 2013, American rapper Ruka Ali released a track with the refrain, "Zayn Hussein did 9/11. Then in 2015, comedian Bill Maher compared the British-Pakistani pop star's appearance to that of Boston Marathon bomber Jalkar Zarneb. Mahershala Ali. While accepting a Screen Actors Guild Award in January 2017, the actor spoke out against Trump's executive order banning some refugees and immigrants from 7 predominantly Muslim countries from entering the United States. Ali, also known for his work in Hidden Figures and House of Cards, made his statement personal by talking about his own conversion to the Muslim faith 17 years earlier. Shaquille O'Neal played for 6 different teams over the course of his 19-year NBA career, most notably the Orlando Magic, the LA Lakers and the Miami Heat. A talented 7'1" center, he led his teams to 4 NBA championships, and was a 15-time NBA All-Star. When asked in a 2010 interview who he thought the best center of all time was, Shaq answered, "Another Muslim brother, Hakeem Olajuwon." He then confirmed his plans to visit Turkey and one day undertake the Muslim pilgrimage, called Hajj. Janet Jackson. The youngest member of the Jackson family, Janet Jackson has been a pop culture icon and sex symbol for decades. She has sold over 160 million records, and won 5 Grammys for her extensive catalog of hits, including Nasty, That's the Way Love Goes, and All For You. Jackson converted to Islam in 2015, just a few years after marrying Muslim billionaire Wissam Al-Mana, and toned down the sexuality of her costumes and lyrics accordingly. Dr. Oz. Dr. Mehmet Oz is an acclaimed cardiothoracic surgeon at New York Presbyterian Hospital, as well as an author and the host of the popular health and wellness TV series, The Dr. Oz Show. The Turkish-American doctor is also a Muslim. In an interview with PBS Faces of America, Dr. Oz explained that his father comes from Turkey's Quran Belt and his mother was a secular Turk. "You know, I've struggled a lot with my Muslim identity," he explained. As a Turk, growing up in America with one parent from one side of the religious wall and one parent from the other side, and of course America clearly supporting the secular background, I found myself tugged more and more towards the spiritual side of the religion, rather than the legal side of the religion. Malala Yousafzai. When Pakistani schoolgirl Malala survived being shot in the head by the Taliban, she became one of the most famous teenagers in the world. And she has used that fame to champion education rights for girls in the Middle East. She is now the youngest ever Nobel Prize laureate, and has been named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in the world 3 years in a row. In an interview with the AFP following Donald Trump's call to ban Muslims from entering the United States, Malala said, "That's really tragic, that you hear these comments, which are full of hatred, full of this ideology of being discriminative towards others." She then told Channel 4 in the UK, "The more you speak about Islam and against all Muslims, the more terrorists we create." Hakeem Olajuwon. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is widely considered one of the best centers to ever play the game. After leading the University of Houston to 3 Final Fours, Olajuwon was selected by the Houston Rockets as the first overall pick of the 1984 NBA draft, over Michael Jordan. He then led the Rockets to back-to-back NBA championships in 1994 and 1995, taking home the title of NBA Finals MVP both years as well. Nicknamed the Dream for his demeanor on and off the court, Olajuwon changed his name to the proper Arabic spelling when he became a more devout Muslim in 1991. Dave Chappelle. In the late 1990s and early 2000s, Dave Chappelle was considered one of the funniest men in America. He scored roles in major movies like The Nutty Professor, Con Air, and Half-Baked. His stand-up was widely celebrated, and his sketch comedy TV series, Chappelle's Show, was one of the hottest shows on air. Raised by a Unitarian Universalist minister, Chappelle converted to Islam in 1998. 7 years later, he told Time magazine, "I don't normally talk about my religion publicly, because I don't want people to associate me and my flaws with this beautiful thing. And I believe it is beautiful, if you learn it the right way." Ice Cube. Hip-hop artist Ice Cube rose to prominence in the gangster rap group NWA, then enjoyed a successful solo career in both rap music and Hollywood films. Cube converted to Islam shortly after going solo in the 1990s. In a February 2000 interview with The Guardian, he explained the nuances of his identity as a Muslim. "I mean, what I call myself is a natural Muslim, cause it's just me and God. You know, going to the mosque, the ritual and the tradition, it's just not in me to do. So I don't do it." Mike Tyson. The former undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson has held all 3 major championship belts that boxing has to offer. You also probably know that he was once disqualified for biting Evander Holyfield's ear. But did you know Tyson is a proud Muslim? In 2013, Tyson told Fox 411, "I'm very grateful to be a Muslim. Allah doesn't need me, I need Allah." In an October 2014 interview with Howard Stern, Tyson then spoke out against Islamic extremists. "I'm really appalled. Religion is not bad. It's people that make religion bad." Interestingly enough, Tyson still supports Trump, despite his recent comments. Ellen Burstyn. Actress Ellen Burstyn is one of only a few people who have ever won the Triple Crown of acting. She has 150 film credits and countless theater ones. Burstyn was raised Catholic, but now she considers herself open to the truths of all faiths, practicing a combination of Sufi Islam, Hinduism, Buddhism and Christianity. In 2006, she told BeliefNet, "I traveled to Europe and I climbed the Alps, and went up to a Sufi camp conducted by Perverted Khan. I was initiated up there. There's a Sufi prayer I say very often. O thou, the sustainer of our bodies, hearts, and souls, bless all that we receive in gratitude." Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Legendary Lakers center and all-time NBA leading scorer, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, was born Lew Alcindor in New York City and raised Roman Catholic. At the age of 24, however, he converted to Islam and changed his name to the moniker we all now know. An outspoken proponent of his faith ever since, Abdul-Jabbar addressed the current tensions in America in a 2015 interview with NPR. "I don't have any misgiving about my faith. I'm very concerned about the people who claim to be Muslims that are murdering people and creating all this mayhem in the world. That is not what Islam is about, and that should not be what people think of when they think about Muslims. But it's up to all of us to do something about all of it." Lupe Fiasco. American rapper Lupe Fiasco initially disliked the musical genre of hip-hop because of its tendency to promote drugs, vulgarity, violence and misogyny. Now, however, he manages to avoid temptation and produce a unique brand of rap, in keeping with his Muslim faith. In 2014, Lupe Fiasco opened up with Katie Couric on Yahoo's digital web series, World 3.0, about reconciling his lifestyle as a rapper with his religious identity as a Muslim. "At the end of the day, we're human," he said. "We have faults. We make mistakes. You know, that's what the religion is for, to help you correct your mistakes." Cat Stevens. Yusuf Islam, the folk artist formerly known as Cat Stevens, publicly converted to Islam in 1977. Over the next few years, he changed his name, auctioned off all his guitars for charity, and left his successful music career behind because he decided it was counter to his faith. Then, a few months after 9/11, he picked up a guitar again. "There was so much antagonism in the world," he told Rolling Stone in January 2015. "Many Muslims have come up to me, shook my hand and said, 'Thank you. Thank you. I'm representing the way they want to be seen.' So much of the middle ground gets forgotten in the extremities we witness around the world." Busta Rhymes. American hip-hop artist Busta Rhymes, born Trevor Tahian Smith, Jr., is a proud Muslim and attributes much of his success to the way in which his faith has kept him grounded. In a 2007 interview with Hollywood TV, Rhymes said, "I try to really just understand every aspect about the Most High. For me, the Most High is Allah. And I live my life by Islam. At the end of the day, I think that's pretty much what grounds me in the way that I think most people should be grounded. That's just enjoying who you are as a human life, as opposed to trying to add all these other additive and preservatives to your perspective on life." Akon, the R&B singer known for hits like Smack That and I Wanna Love You, is a Muslim. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, Akon considers the West African country of Senegal his hometown because he spent much of his childhood there. In June 2015, ahead of a performance in Morocco, he spoke with the national newspaper in Abu Dhabi about his career and his faith. "I was born a Muslim. And there has always been a debate about Islam and music. I never looked at the performing aspect of the music itself, but on the intention. Even if you look at the daily prayers in Islam, we pray in melody. When we hear the call to prayer in any part of the world, it is also done with melody. So, no one can tell me that music is haram."